It type thing. Yeah. Menopause was like something completely beyond that. Yeah, a step too far. Yeah. I was still very much in my mum's era, was still being considered to be
Does anyone have any tips on watercolouring? What do you do? Do you wet the paper? No idea. You could water on your brush, rub onto there, and then the more water you use, the less saturated the colour. You don't water the paper?
You can water the paper if you want. Doesn't matter, just go for your life. See what happens.
I've got paper, I just need a square. Oh,
I can't take any medical HRT, so it's a case of managing my symptoms best I can.
I started hearing symptoms probably 5 or 6 years ago, but I never realized that it's the menopause. I realized only about a year ago when I started having heavy bleeding.
Mood swing, visibility,
memory loss,
freedom, because in the old days that would be like the end of your childbearing years. I think I still have recurring flushes every so often. I think it sort of drags on for quite a while, some of those things.
like that. Right.
Yeah, and my temperature, I think my temperature gauge has changed in my body. Mine mainly is emotional. I do get that hot flushes now and again, but more emotional, crying, anxiety. Like yesterday morning I woke up and I actually felt sick while I was so anxious. But I couldn't tell you why. My head was just like, yeah, it was just horrible. Today, I feel so bad, so... But I wouldn't recommend it. That's a journey, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a journey.
I couldn't recognize myself. Didn't feel motivated for anything. It's a roller coaster. I had palpitations. I was very angry, and it was all the hormone. Now I think I found that balance, and it's much better.
It's completely natural. It's not an illness, it is what happens to all women. You need to just hunker down and look after yourself. Am I menopausal? How do I know I'm menopausal? Tinnitus, mood swings, my eyesight's changed. You think, well, that could be lots of other things as well.
I would say you're perimenopausal then.
Yeah, I don't have like the hot flushes, but I have lots of other things.
I never had hot flushes, but they felt like I'm burning from inside.
Hot flushes for daytime, but night sweats.
Yeah, no, I didn't get the night sweat. It's weird, isn't it, how everyone's different?
My vocabulary is gone. I thought I'm having early dementia. The psychologist said, oh, no, you're just stressed out, you're depressed, that's why your memory is failing.
Did you go to the doctor? Did you find they helped you a lot, or did you find it a good experience, or not really? And he said to me, you are not ill. He said, there is nothing that's wrong with you. Did you go back a few times and sort of say? I didn't go back. I spoke to my mum about it, and she said she didn't take HRT. Maybe it wasn't widely available or talked about. She just dealt with the symptoms and got on with it.
Yeah.
Came out the other side, but...
The thing is with doctors is they've only got a certain number of things they can offer you. I was told that I had low FSH levels, so it was in my 40s, early 40s, and they said you will probably have an early menopause, and I did.
I don't know if I'm menopausal. I went to doctors a few weeks ago and she sort of just palmed it off a bit. So are you still having periods? Yeah. Are they heavy? Yes. Well. But I think listening to everybody else made you realise that maybe the GPs
aren't as on it as they should be, and then we can push to get some answers.
Because when you're going through it, you just get on with it, don't you? And you may be lucky enough to get some help from your doctor if you've got one who's knowledgeable. My first doctor put me on antidepressants, which wasn't right for me, although I thought it was right at the time, and it did help with stopping the night sweats, but it didn't really help with the depression at all. And it wasn't until I went on to the HRT that made a difference, and it was shocking, the difference. I was so surprised at how quickly it made a difference. And it was a bit disappointing that I'd had to go through all those years of feeling so low.
How did it go at the doctor's last week?
It was really good, actually. I had a female doctor who specialises in women's health. And she was like, okay, tell me about your lifestyle, who you are. I must have been in there about 40 minutes, and she wanted to know, like, everything. Yeah, she said, right, we're going to come up with a plan. When we get everything back, she said, then come and see me again. She said, actually, no, I'm going to ring you about your results, and then we can look at HRT if you need it, and if you think you need it. She was just so lovely and so on board with making things better, which was really nice, and it was so different to what I had before. So there are doctors out there that are good.
It's nice to hear that.
The information about the menopause should automatically go out from 40.
Yeah.
Information about perimenopause, so that people know these symptoms to look out for. It took me a few kind of, was that a hot flush or wasn't it? No, it can't be. And then mood changes and feeling a bit depressed, and it took ages for the penny to drop. You'll go into a professional because you expect them to have the expertise. Is it part of their code of practice that they have to, update yearly and know the latest stuff? Because it seems like a very postcode lottery. Why do we have to be proactive all the time? It's like, why do we have to do all the bloody work? I was diagnosed late neurodivergent at the same time as being perimenopausal. I mean, talk about everything hitting the fan at once. But with both of those things, people are saying to me, well, what do you want to do about it? And I'm like, I don't bloody know.
Yeah.
These are both completely foreign countries to me, and I don't know how to get my needs met. You're the expert. Perhaps you can help me.
Everybody should be able to get testosterone. It should be licensed by now for every woman, because that makes a huge difference to mental well-being, not just libido. Because that's the only symptom that they'll prescribe it for. It's really good for energy, it's really good for the tone of your muscles, because obviously our muscle tone degrades as we get older, and that protects your bones or your ligaments. It's good for so many things.
This is definitely helping me, doing a bit of sewing. Never really did sewing, to be honest.
No.
I couldn't even thread a needle, which I did today.
Wow.
So that's really helped, being creative.
I think it's helped my confidence in just speaking up about it a bit more. After I'd had the hysterectomy, I didn't really speak to anybody about it. It's kind of been shut away. And so I guess this workshop, speaking to other women, telling my story, I feel more confident in doing that. And actually it was quite a big thing, having a portrait done and knowing that it's going to be on a quilt. So,
What this project has done, actually, listening to other women advocate for themselves.
So I don't think I would have gone to a group to talk about menopause, just menopause. But when someone said, something creative, I haven't done anything creative for a very long time. So I thought, actually, it'd be quite nice to get back into something creative and find out about other people's journeys. Not have anything else to think about, apart from what you're working on.
And the menopause, of course. It has made me think a bit more about my symptoms, and it has pushed me to get some answers. And I think a lot of things get blamed on the menopause, which might not actually be the menopause. So it's kind of getting clarity, isn't it? It feels like a negative phase. And I guess if you're doing crafty things and hanging out with lovely women, it's turning a negative a bit more positive.
I think it's quite interesting to hear everybody else's thoughts. I mean, there are many things that are mirrored by my experiences, but there are others that I haven't experienced. And also just the friendship, meeting people and just being women together. Women are strong when we're together, so I like that.
Menopause happens to every woman, and this is a picture of my mum and myself and my daughter, and it was through thoughts of what my mum experienced going through menopause and what she spoke or didn't speak about, and what I may go through, I'm starting to go through, and what possibly my daughter, and what the care will be. She's 21. What will the provision and care and understanding be when she's my age?
Coming to these classes has given me a chance to reflect a lot more. I could be quite fractious with people around me in work and with my husband. And I suppose it was the two sides of me at the time. It was the one that was very happy, so I'm doing a happy son all this time. I was very smiley. But then when I did get very frazzled, hence the frazzled hair and my forked tail, I could then be quite fractious, taking over my life.
I just went with how I was feeling and scribbled. I've just been feeling quite angry and frustrated, sort of restless and tired. So, I mean, the words, "I'm so tired and all of me hurts," that's just like being a constant. And then the black circle with the red around it, I just don't know. It's something to do with rage. It was something to do with sort of falling into a pit that I didn't know where it was going to go. And I tend to just sort of suffer on in silence. I've never been a one for going to the doctor. Because of these sessions, I have booked an appointment with my doctor, and I am going to say to my doctor, "I am so tired and all of me hurts."
Well done. Yes.
I really hope that something's now going to change. Talking to everybody here has really motivated me just to advocate for myself and do something about it. So thank you, everybody.